All right, welcome in everybody to the Friday edition of Daily Bread, coming at you live right at 12:15 on the East Coast. So that perfect lunch spot, and nice and early on the West Coast. No action has started today, so Sosa and I are here to help you get that extra weekend bankroll while you get through that day. Show's powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be checking them out. You can see that down bottom at the Tigger. Give them a DM. Figure out what they're all about. We're live on Twitter, Daily Bread Media. Give us a like, a retweet, and a follow there if you already aren't. We can't feature your comments, but hop over to the YouTube page. That's where you can drop your best bets. Let us know if you won your plays you dropped yesterday. Any questions, whatever the hell you want to do. The Sixers are playing today, so I figure we'll get a lot of comments about that as well. But we got a full MLB slate. We got some rain across the area, so got to always be looking out for that in the MLB slate. Then two NBA games. One was a pick'em, got back up to 3. Now it's back down to 1.5. The other line's a pick'em as well. So we got you there. But Sosa, how you doing today?
Feeling all right, man. They're telling me that Joel passed protocol. Went through shoot around, cleared a hurdle in protocol. Looking like he'd possibly make play. Not gonna not gonna get ahead of myself, but that's always good news to start the weekend.
Yeah, can't really complain about that when hoping to see him in the lineup. He was listed as out just because he had to, because as long as he doesn't pass protocol, he can't be active or healthy. So that's where, if you're able to get
Listen,
that 3 like Jer was, congratulations. But even if he is back, he needs to make a seismic difference, or those role players need to drop. But we can get into that at the end of the show.
yes, sir.
So,
We
no NBA last night. Quiet MLB night as well, just because it was a travel day. Not all the series started off. Anything you see from last night you want to get into?
yeah, you guys stink.
Oh, man, we didn't
You
have
guys
to talk
fucking
about that
suck.
one.
That was one of the most epic collapses in the history of sports. Like
It's
they
game
quick,
26. Does it really matter?
yes,
No.
it quickly made me forget that Man City completely blew the game the day before.
Game 26 really doesn't matter.
Down 7-0. Are you kidding me?
It's game 26 of a 162 game season. It really doesn't matter.
Glad you're keeping count. That's all. That was
I mean, it
that,
wasn't good. It was painful to watch, but everyone who's overreacting like it's regular season game. If that was the playoffs, then yeah, lose your mind and lose your shit. Like, sure, the Phils just lost 2 to the Rangers. Am I really shocked with how bad the bullpen is that they would give up 7 in the ninth? Not really. We didn't want to play the Phillies anyway yesterday. We told you not to back them, so it's just kind of, you ain't shocked with this team.
I surely am not. Surely am not.
Anything nice in baseball that you saw last night? Not named the Phillies or the Mets. The O's got to win. That's about it.
Always got to win. Shout out to Cedric Mullins, freeing himself from the shackles of baseball hell. Finally back on the roll. We're going to be rocking with him today too. So, but yeah, man, it's we're headed to the weekend. Fridays are always good, especially because all the games are usually prime time. The Dodgers game got canceled, obviously. The Cubs are the only team that really played early on Fridays like that, and that game got postponed due to weather. Should be a fun series, though, nonetheless.
All right, let's just get into the MLB slate for today. Then I know the NBA is going to run a little bit long here, and we can just get the elephant out of the room. I don't think we can fade Brubacher.
I think we can, but I understand if you're scared to.
Well, it's not we're scared to. We've always just taken the team solo team total. We'd never back the Pirates to lose or anything. We've just taken first half and full game with the state of the Reds right now. I don't think I can tell people comfortably their hard earned money that they're in the cubicle life to put your money on the Reds.
No,
But I like the angle you have though, because the Pirates bats have been kind of awake recently.
Yeah, I do think that both teams can score some points, hit some runs here in the first five. And if you're giving me a plus one at even money over 4.5 between these two teams, and with this pitching matchup, but like I said, that would just be a lean. I'm not betting it. That would be the only thing that I like. I think that both pitchers stink. I think the bullpens are both equally as terrible. But don't do that.
And for the 3.5 minus 135 to even back the team total for the Reds, no. You're not going to see me laying that whatsoever. What's up, Who You? Glad you've always been in here. You said you got a story for us. We'll save it for the end to make sure the Friday episode always goes off the chains. Next game and next pitcher that I love to fade is you, but he's at home today, so that completely throws it off because he needs to be on the road. But Sosa, do you like anything in the Padres matchup?
I don't. I guess, like you said, these are two fade spots where they're not in their fade situations, so it's kind of tough to take them. Also, the way that this San Diego lineup is just destroying pitching, it'd be a stay away from me.
Yeah, you on the season 4.44 ERA overall, at home 0.71 in his 2 starts. As simple as that.
Yes, sir. And the first game I got action in is the Kansas City Royals at the Baltimore Orioles tonight at 7:06. And in that one, we're rocking with Cedric Mullins to get 2+ total bases. When he gets hot, he stays hot. Hit 2 jacks last night. I expect him to be on base plenty often today. So 2+ total bases for Cedric Mullins at plus 120 is the first play of the day.
Ooh, I like it there. Yeah, don't think the O's minus 128 today. We'll be looking elsewhere at Lyles on the mound.
Yes, sir. Definitely expect offense though. Both pitchers are meh. I have one Nerfy for the people tonight, and that's in the 7-11 Chicago White Sox Red Sox game. Eovaldi on the mound for the Red Sox, and let me make sure I get the pitching matchup correctly. And your buddy, cousin Vince.
Vinny V.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna go no runs first inning in the Chicago-Boston game at minus 115.
I like it there as well. Vinny V usually has one clean one before the wheels fall off. I mean, It's just a bunch of weird series or matchups or a lot of divisions because there's nothing that's catching my eye in the Colorado at the Diamondbacks. Probably might not watch a single minute of that series, to be honest.
Yeah, probably not going to do much of that either.
Scherzer on the mound. I mean, it's juiced. Phils are rolling out Gibson after last night. Still have yet to bet on the Phils this season. I think tomorrow is going to be the first day I do. So.
I know why. I understand.
Milwaukee at Atlanta, probably the best series we got.
Probably. I mean, based on record and based on the pitching matchups that we're going to get, yes, most certainly.
Do we like the under 8.5 in this one? That's really the play that's been calling my name the most here so far.
I do actually, but it's down to 8 on my book and minus 104.
So. All right, maybe we'll stay off that one then. Really, nothing else catching my eye in the MLB slate.
Yeah, nothing really too outstanding to me. Those are what I like. I do like the Braves to hit. I mean, they hit Lauer pretty well, but I'm not loving too much about the baseball slate either.
No, but then Tampa, Seattle, you saw that one go late, and then you saw Detroit, Houston. Both of those were finished up late last night. Those are the two sneaky good ones, but you're laying minus 140 if you like the favorite. I don't think Detroit's a hungry dog today. Tampa was the second hardest lean I had, but Whistler, I believe this means it's a bullpen day for them.
Yeah, and they do that at least once a week. So it's just what they do.
Yeah, Gilbert, it's been pretty clean. So let's get to the NBA. So we can talk Suns, Mavs first.
Why don't we just do it the way we regularly do it?
You want to get through the Sixers first?
Just do it the way we regularly do it, man. Chronological order, we always let's just stick to it. Joel probably playing. I mean, there's no way for me to speak on this without sounding like a fan, right? We all know I'm a diehard Sixer fan. I think we did not win, obviously, either of the road games with Embiid back. I think Embiid being back is huge for us. I mean, he's the best player in the league. It's pretty easy to roll with a guy who's arguably the best player on the planet. So I'm on the Sixers money line tonight. It's a plus 102 right now. I'm on the plus one, obviously, but we're rocking with the Sixers tonight. Back at home, back against the wall. It's your only opportunity here to make sure that you stay in the playoffs and give your team a continuous chance to stay in the playoffs. So that's where I'm at. I think we come out tonight and we handle business. What are your thoughts?
Who the hell knows, to be honest? Easiest way to put it. I mean, it's not like they have to get much to get Embiid back in the rotation. The 2 games out there, I didn't expect the Sixers to pull out a win, but I expected them to look a lot more competitive than what they showed, and that was the most disappointing part. So that's kind of where we thought we were buying on the Sixers the lowest in the last game. We were going to be today until Embiid came back. So here it is. That's what I was going to get to. Do we fade of the star coming back?
No.
Because that's where, and I was going to say no as well, Miami surrounding cast, other than Hero off the bench, I don't expect them to get the home court advantage like they usually do. Do I expect Niang to maybe make a shot tonight? I pray to God he does, but with Embiid back in the lineup, the Sixers rotation that you saw won't be existent and won't be there. How many minutes he gets is going to be the biggest question mark. That's really how much conditioning has he done with the concussion? How much has he been going through it? Is his legs going to look slow? So that's kind of where I would target the first half if you have to do anything. You've seen it with the Sixers. That third quarter and fourth is when they kind of nosedived. Easiest way to put it. So that's kind of where I definitely like them to win tonight, but I'm more confident with the first half. Ooh, you're on Danny Green over 7.5. Best of luck, because if he gets that, he might be the 4th leading scorer, and it won't be Furkan for the 3rd straight game.
I can't deal with that.
But that's when B comes back. You don't have to worry about Furkan. You don't have to worry about Korkmaz because of the minutes he eats and the different rotations that you can do. It's a complete game changer because you didn't see Furkan minutes in the Toronto series. You saw Niang, but Niang's a completely different player when he can stretch the court when Embiid's out there next to him. You're not going to see DeAndre Jordan minutes that much. You're going to see him against the second rotation on the bench and not against Bam. That's like the whole difference that we're going to be seeing here. Maybe DJ doesn't even play and he just strictly goes to B-ball Paul.
DeAndre Jordan will not play at all if Embiid does. What? He's not seeing the floor.
You don't even think he gets the rotation minutes?
Absolutely not.
B-ball Paul right away?
Right away. That's your backup. Fuck that. Yeah, no way. No fucking chance.
Yep, that's the way I see that one playing out. Player props wise, you expect Harden to get the bump back with Embiid because that's where he was before. Without Embiid, I wouldn't have targeted Harden tonight, but with him back, I think his player props is going to be the one that's going to get the biggest boost. But the fans and the bettors won't be looking to because now everyone's rushing for the Embiid market.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to bet James, but I'm not giving it out on the show. All I got is just winning the game.
You can't. Come on, man.
Can't
change his games to make it right.
I can't pick any Miami guy because I don't know who's going to perform for them on the road, and then I can't for us. The guy I'm thinking tonight that might hoop really well is Shake Milton, man. Niang has been so disappointing. All the supporting guys have just been extremely disappointing.
But it's the road. It's what happens. We're going to see that flip tonight. I'm telling you.
I agree, but
are we going to see Strus be unconscious?
Probably not, but it's possible.
That was the worst part of all the runs in the last game when you just fucking Strus just nails it in the corner. But you got to shout out to them in the Heat and especially PJ Tucker. I don't think we've mentioned his name once in this series. his rebounding ability, I mean, we've seen it with Houston. We've seen it with all the teams he's run through. Game changer. Especially when the Sixers went small ball, it's the rebounds. And with Embiid back, that's the biggest thing. That's where the Sixers are losing momentum, is cleaning the glass. So that's the biggest reason why I like where the line's at. But you want to get to the next one? Because Harden's only 20.5. So lowest you got, it's dropped 5 points since game one.
Ooh.
That's why I do think Harden gets 20 tonight, minus 110. All right. Mavs, Suns.
I think this series is over. I don't think you. I don't you. I know you're on Dallas. I don't think Dallas gets a game, bro. I just don't.
It's really hard for me to make an argument that they will as well, but I'm on the Dallas money line, minus 110 here tonight. Back against the walls. I mean, they could get the bullshit fourth game to extend it out 5, but it's the home court bounce again. You got to believe in it, Sosa.
Let's go.
And Kidd has to make that adjustment where Luka can't get stuck in that high ball screen, pick and roll every single time. I don't know what adjustment he's going to do to force him out of it, but
I'm on the Suns.
The Suns can't shoot 71.1 true shooting percentage again in back-to-back games. That's essentially it.
I know. Probably shoot like maybe 3 or 4% lower. But this Dallas team has nothing for them, bro. I'm sorry. I know someone saying Utah, it's not the same, bro. They haven't beaten this team in 3 calendar years.
Yep. Warriors going to find its level tonight. Back against their wall, at home. NBA wants a series. NBA wants a series in both games. Both home dogs win tonight. They probably both lose game 4.
No. Fuck out of here with that. No.
Not bad idea, Chuck, but that's kind of just where the Suns' second unit is almost as strong as their first unit from defensive-wise. And that's where you want to get Brunson with Paul on him, because that's where he can get his most. But Devin Booker's defense is probably what's changing the series right now. And you're seeing why Luka's team's losing the series. Yes, surrounding cast as well, but you like any player props here?
I'm going to roll with the colossal DeAndre Ayton double-double and a win at plus 260. I believe in the Suns, man, in this series. I do. Dallas just can't match up with them. The only reason the first game was close, I keep saying it, Phoenix took their foot off the gas. They didn't take it off in the second game, and yeah, it's just a bad matchup. They don't match up with them. Luka's going to have to give you 50 and a triple-double for you to win a game.
All right. You can do it at home.
It's possible.
It's just got to be where it's the Mavs defense hasn't showed up whatsoever, and the Suns offense has been that clinical. You just got to figure at the home court, especially in the playoffs. It's something we've preached since day one of the episode.
I expect
role players step up at home.
Jalen Brunson should be better tonight. I mean, he's been awful through 2 games, absolutely terrible. Whether it's because he's playing a team that actually offers some level of resistance at the 3-point line defensively, because we all know that none of the guards in Utah can actually guard anyone. So I would have to say, like I said, I like Phoenix, bro. I picked them in 5 in the series. I also thought that this could be a sweep entering. So, I'm sticking to what I saw prior. Matchups make fights. This is not a good matchup for the Dallas Mavericks.
Anything else on today's board? You said you were watching hockey last night.
Yeah.
Like anything on all this is kind of where tonight is the hockey night where you get all the non-juicy lines, because you got the Boston bounce back game, drop 2, get them at minus 130, not the worst look. Tampa Bay at minus 115 just seems like too much of free money. Minnesota could be hungry dogs on the road tonight. And then will Edmonton ever win a series?
No.
Wow, you're hating on your GOAT. You're saying Edmonton won't win the
I
series?
didn't say he was my GOAT. I just said he was really, really good. Those words never came out my mouth. You see, I never called him my GOAT. I'm a fan of the guy. Ovi is a GOAT. He is one of my GOATs. Not Connor McDavid is very fast on skates. Relax, not close. How about the Flames losing though? Right?
That series is a snoozer, man. I mean, just from a scoring perspective, it's the rough and tough hockey that we all like, but both games have soared under. I think there's been 3 goals scored in the entire series. Oof.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Other than that, not much on the board today, but you want a La Liga play to wrap up the show? I was going to see how many people stayed around to the end. Let me pull up the line on it. It's the only match coming up today. Levante, the Bats, they're going to get relegated. It's one of the last games to potentially fight to stay up because even though they're in the most bottom spot in the table in La Liga, it's not that big of a difference like you see in the Premier League and Serie A. But I like Real Sociedad money line on the road tonight. I'm just trying to see what's the best line on that. Real Sociedad on my one book is plus even, and then on this one, what we got? Plus 110. There we go. Real Sociedad money line plus 110. Fade the Bats of Levante. Who you? You've been holding this the whole time. You better type fast.
What numbers you have it at?
Plus 110.
Okay. Yep.
Kentucky Derby.
I'm staying out. No.
That's when I was 18, and when you had to be 21 to get into parks to gamble, but to get into the horses, you had to be 18. So, yeah, that's way past my time.
Hey, man, the horses. You don't play the horses?
The horses are fun. Today's the oats. Like, I follow it, but it's just, I have no fucking clue, man.
I have a pick for the Kentucky Derby tomorrow. I'm going to just throw the picks in a hat and, play the game.
Dude, I love my exacta boxes. Like during the COVID time when horse racing was going, I was playing my pick fives and everything like that, but it was still just fun money and that. All right, here we go. The story. Oh man. This is a good thing we marked the show's not good for kids.
Thank you all for joining us this wonderful Friday.
It was a perfect way to wrap up the Friday episode. Oh, he's still going. We started off with the MLB, then we got into the NBA plays of the day, and then we ended with Real Sociedad on the money line. Who you? We appreciate you. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. The live chat replay is available so everyone can see that and can see how the rest of the story pans out. We out.
Peace.